The Separatist Droid Army was one of the biggest armies in all of Star Wars. Ranging from the B-1 battle droid to the angry cyborg commanding them, there are so many droid types we see in the prequel era and the Clone Wars TV shows. However, we have not really seen all these in LEGO form, and sometimes when they're released in such low quantities that over time their prices skyrocket. So in this video, I'm going to show you 12 ways that you can upgrade your Separatist Droid Army with some awesome custom droid minifigures, updated droid mocs, and options that will save you almost hundreds of dollars on your droid minifigures.
I never thought I'd make it to retirement, but here I am!
This B-1 battle droid from Magnaguards Designs is an amazing upgrade to a minifigure that hasn't been updated in years. This minifigure has way more arm maneuverability, detached legs, and a really cool backpack piece that is more accurate to the movies and shows. Now, I'm a big fan of this B-1 custom, and I think it is great for mocs. I've actually used it in mocs in the past and have found a lot of really good uses for it. You can buy this custom right now at Clone Army Customs for around $5, which I think is a great deal for the minifigure you're getting. Now, I believe if you're building a droid army, then the OG minifigure is your best option because you're going to save a lot of money. But when you want a minifig to post for your mocs, then this custom B1 from Clone Army Customs and Magnaguards Designs is the perfect minifigure. Now, the LR-57 combat droid, otherwise known as the retail droid for some reason, was most well known for its appearance in the Star Wars The Clone Wars movie. And I thought this would be a really cool droid to make, so I did some research online and found a couple of different builds that inspired me to make this mock you see in front of you. Now, I will be honest, this build can be a little fragile and frustrating at times, but it can stand on its own, which I think is pretty awesome if you're trying to make a Star Wars Battle of Christophsis mock. And since the droid had such little screen time, it makes sense that LEGO would never include this in one of their sets, which is a reason why I believe this mock is a great upgrade for your Separatist Droid Army. Next up, we have General Grievous's personal bodyguards, the IG-100 Magnaguard. Now, LEGO only released the Magnaguard minifigure in 2 sets all the way back in 2008. And as we all know, when minifigures don't get re-released, their prices tend to go up. And now, if you wanted to buy a Magnaguard minifigure, it will cost you around $20 just for one in used condition. But I was able to find a batch of 10 of these awesome droids from Jay's Little Things. So instead of paying $20 for one minifigure, I was able to get 10 of them for $23, which is around $2 per Magnaguard, which I believe is extreme savings for essentially the same minifigure. Now, obviously, I don't really need 10 of these guys, so stick around to the end of the video to find out how you can win 2 of these Magnaguards, along with finding out the winner of my Darth Revan giveaway from the last video. This dwarf spider droid mock was one of the first builds that sparked my idea for this video. I was just scrolling through my Instagram account and I saw this build by Scruffy Brickherder and I thought, dang, I need to make this. Now, I love this dwarf spider droid mock, and when comparing it to the original spider droids that LEGO released, it's really no contest for me. But this is a build that I love and I'm super thrilled to have in my collection and will be featuring in future mocks for sure. And like I said earlier, I think it is a major upgrade to the dwarf spider droids that LEGO has given us in the past.
If you would allow us to close down for a few moments.
Now, this General Grievous build is a mock that I constantly feature in my videos, but it would be criminal if I did not include it in this one. Now, this General Grievous mock is built by Brickmate, and it's hands down one of the most impressive minifigures that I have seen and an amazing upgrade for your droid army. Now, if you haven't checked out his channel or Instagram, I highly recommend you do it. He's interacted with this channel before and watched a couple of my videos, so Brickmate, if you're watching, I appreciate you. Next up, we have the infamous vulture droid. This droid was a staple of the Separatist army, but in my opinion, LEGO vulture droids have always been a little too big, which is why when I found this mock by LegoProvoBricks, I was inspired to make this vulture droid you see in front of you. I think this mock is an awesome addition to my Separatist droid army, and it's perfect for space battles, custom builds, and more. Also, big shout out to LegoProvoBricks. If you haven't checked out their channel before, I highly recommend it. They have some awesome builds, like this vulture droid that is an amazing upgrade to your droid army.
Your queen is lost, your people are starving, and you, Governor, are going to die much sooner than your people, I'm afraid.
Now this one's kind of a weird one, but when I was trying to make a crab droid, I realized I could make Nute Gunray's chair from the Phantom Menace. This build was probably more trouble than it was worth because I broke 3 brown pieces while trying to put it together.
Oh, come on!
And don't ask me about the Nute Gunray, his torso cracked a long time ago. But this is a small upgrade that I think can add depth to your LEGO Droid Army. If you're trying to build a droid army, you've probably noticed that the price for tactical droids has gotten completely out of hand recently.
I hope the world can see now what's really going on out here, because it's getting ridiculous. It's really ridiculous.
Since the release of this minifigure in 2008, its price has gone up to well over $50 for a used or damaged minifigure. Now, I really don't believe it should cost you over $50 to have this minifigure in your droid army, which is why I prefer the American Bricks option for $4. You can save some serious money on these minifigures, which then you can reinvest into your droid army while still having this character for your mocs. As a kid watching the original 2003 Clone Wars TV show, I was always really interested in the Chameleon droid. Now, if you don't know or don't remember, a large group of Chameleon droids attacked the Jedi Temple on Ilum while Luminara and Barriss were inside constructing Barriss's new lightsaber. And here I am 20 years later building a custom mock for my droid army. I think this mock is really sick and it takes me to a special place from when I was watching Clone Wars as just a kid. And I think it's a really cool droid to add to your ranks in your droid army. I'm actually really surprised we never saw LEGO make an aquatic battle droid given the fact that they were in so many Clone Wars episodes. We saw these characters in battles like Kamino and Dak, or Mon Cala if you're a Mon Calamari elitist. But I put together a mock of this character and I think it looks very similar to the aquatic droids we see in the Clone Wars. I think this build is a good upgrade option if you're trying to make like an aquatic battle mock, but I'm really curious to hear if you have any ideas to upgrade this. This build is kind of a new idea for me, so any help and insight is much appreciated. I remember being genuinely scared of this droid when I first saw it in the Clone Wars. It literally uses the corpse of a clone trooper to try and trick Anakin. It's like the droid version of a spider, and don't get me started about the micro droids it disperses when it dies like a fucking pregnant spider.
How about new?
All jokes aside, this build is actually one of my favorites, and it's one that's super easy to make while requiring a very small amount of parts. I'm really happy with how this droid came out because I can instantly recognize it from its appearance in the Clone Wars when I look at it, which I'm not sure if it's a good or a bad thing yet. But again, this is a really cool droid, and I think it is an awesome addition to any droid army and could be amazing for any Clone Wars mock.
What do you mean there's something wrong with the engines? Tip your wing, I'll see how bad it is.
Oh, that's not good.
After its first appearance in the Battle of Coruscant from Revenge of the Sith, the Buzz droid was something a lot of us fans were interested in. Now, I know I don't have the colors exactly right here, but cut me some slack. I'm working with what I got here. But all jokes aside, I think this build is really simple, but also really cool. I really like these little pests, and I think this mock looks very similar to the droids we saw in the movies and the Clone Wars. And again, having them would be an awesome upgrade to your droid army. But what do you think about these upgrades for your droid army? Was there one in particular that was your favorite, and what other upgrades would you want to see? I would love to hear from you in the comments. And if you would like to win 2 Magnaguard minifigures, just comment below what your favorite droid is and be subscribed to this channel. Anything goes here, from the B1 battle droid to HK-47, I want to know. And shout out to Odd Nimra for winning my Darth Revan giveaway. Just comment your email and I will get that minifigure over to you, my friend. I hope you learned something in this video, whether it's how to make a cool custom droid mock or how to save some money on your minifigures. And if you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing to this page, as I make a lot of similar content to this. And if you're interested in upgrades for your clone army, then I recommend you check out this video featuring clone minifigures and upgrades that LEGO never made. Or if you're interested in seeing some cool and affordable Jedi minifigures, then check out this video here. But as always, thanks for swinging by the cantina today. I wish you safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.